Hello, my dear students of class 11 Geography. In this video, I am going to describe the different parts of the peninsular plateau. In the previous video, you had learnt about the peninsular plateau as a whole. But on the basis of regional variation, this plateau is divided into three parts: the Deccan Plateau, the Central Highlands, the Northeastern Plateau. In fact, this is Vindhyan Range and this is Satpura Range, and between these two there is a fault called Narmada Fault, through which Narmada River flows. This Narmada River divide the main peninsular plateau into two parts. The northern part, the part lying to the north of Narmada River, are called Central Highlands, and the part that lies to the south of Narmada River is called Deccan Plateau. And the extension of the peninsular plateau is visible in the northeastern region that we know, and this appears to be separated from the main plateau because of the fault after Chotanagpur Plateau, Rajmahal Hills. This is a fault, and after which we have two plateaus, Meghalaya Plateau and Karbi Anglong Hills. These are called northeastern plateau. So first see about the Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau, which lies to the south of Narmada River. This plateau is bounded by Satpura Range, Mahadev Hills, Maikal Hills in the north, Western Ghats and Gir Range in the west, and Eastern Ghats in the east. This is the outline of the Deccan Plateau. This Deccan Plateau, it looks like in a triangular shape and is a part of the peninsular plateau. It is an old and stable plateau land. It is bounded by the Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, Satpura Range, Maikal Range, Gir Range, etc. Its average altitude from the sea level is about 600 meters, and its slope is towards the Bay of Bengal, because most of the rivers that originate in the Western Ghats, they flow through the Eastern Ghats and join the Bay of Bengal. So its general slope is towards the Bay of Bengal, east towards the east. As you see, it has two important features. Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats are two important features of this Deccan Plateau. Let us know about the Western Ghats. These are the Western Ghats right from Tapi River to Kanyakumari. It spreads from north to south. Its height also goes on increasing as we proceed from north to south. I mean, southern part is higher than the northern part. It is, in comparison to Eastern Ghats, it is continuous and higher than the Eastern Ghats. Its average height is about 1500 meters from the sea level. It is known by different local names in different states. In Maharashtra, it is known by Sahyadri. In Maharashtra, it is known by Sahyadri. In Karnataka, it is known by Nilgiri Hills. And in Kerala, it is known by Anamana Hills and Cardamom Hills. On the Nilgiri Hills, we have two very high peaks. We have Anai Modi peak, which is 2695 meter high, is the highest peak of the peninsular plateau. Anai Modi, 2695 meter. And another peak is Doda Beta. Doda Beta, that is also the second highest peak of the peninsular plateau, that is 2637 meter. So these are the two peaks of the Western Ghats. Most of the peninsular rivers have their origin in these Ghats only, in the Western Ghats only. Most of the peninsular rivers have their origin in the Western Ghats only. Like Kaveri River, Krishna River, Godavari River, all they originate from the Western Ghats. They have, you can see there are certain passage. So these are certain passage which we call Thal Ghat, Bal Ghat, Bhor Ghat and Sen Potap Gap in Karnataka. So these are the mountain passage. Now we come to the Eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats are relatively low. Its average height is only 600 meter. It is broken. It is discontinuous, dissected because of the flow of rivers. Rivers have broken them. A number of rivers like Mahanadi, like Krishna, Godavari, Kaveri, all these rivers have broken them for joining in the Bay of Bengal. Its average height is just 600 meter and it forms the eastern edge of the Deccan Plateau. Eastern edge of the Deccan Plateau. It is also known by different local names. The different part of the Eastern Ghats are known by different names, like Javedi Hills, Falkunda Hills, then Nala Mala Hills. So there are different names. Sabori Hills, Mahendragiri Hills. Mahendragiri is the highest peak of the Eastern Ghats. Mahendragiri is the highest peak of the Eastern Ghats. Its height is about 1501 meter. So Eastern Ghats are discontinuous, lower than Western Ghats, dissected, broken, and it is known by different names in different regions like Javedi Hills, Falkunda Hills, Sabori Hills, Mahendragiri Hills, Nala Hills. So different names it also has. It starts from Odisha and joins to the Nilgiri Hills. So it from north to south if we come, so it right from Odisha, it comes along the eastern coast of eastern edge of the peninsular plateau till the Nilgiri Hills. So this is all about the Deccan Plateau, which has Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, and that we count as the part of peninsular plateau that lies to the south of Narmada River. So thank you in this video.